go hunting nostalgia.
Featuring Toy Store Guide.
You know what? Just this past weekend, whenever I was filming in Ohio for the Christmas special, there was this awesome, massive toy store. I know I sent you the link for it.
Yeah, I got that.
And I posted about how it was, the shelves were filled, shelves were filled with toys because, when you go to a toy store now, you walk down the aisle of Target, wherever you're at, and there's barely any toys.
That's what we've been telling people. You know what? These local toy stores, they do not have issues with product. Their shelves are full.
But what is hilarious is that they realize now, companies realize in 2021 that the stuff that we had was just so much better. You
90s?
walked out. Yeah, you're
like
walking
the Disney afternoon and stuff.
Exactly. And it's vintage, all of that vintage look, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, you know what I mean? It is so He-Man. It's insane because they know we had the best time, best childhood.
We're doing some Disney afternoon stuff too.
That's Zach Oat.
I know that's Zach from Diamond Select Toys. How did you get in here? What's wrong with this computer?
I've been hacking your signal this whole time. I didn't know I was here.
I knew the password shouldn't have been toys.
My computer is also nostalgic, so it's very old. It's not hard to hack.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys talk about the retro stuff, and we've been doing a lot of retro stuff lately. Not that we don't usually do retro stuff, but we're kind of doubling down on it months late.
That is crazy. Now, you get so many different licenses, so many different toy licenses. Is there one specifically that you made your mind just explode? You're like, I can't believe I got this line.
It was when I found out we were going to go back and do some more G.I. Joe and Transformers stuff because that was what I grew up on. I grew up on the 1980s G.I. Joe and Transformers, cartoons and toys, all of it. And I missed the first go around where we were doing like statues and busts and stuff like that. But now we're doing mini mates, and we're going to do some more statues. We're doing PVC dioramas for G.I. Joe and Transformers. So there's some really amazing stuff. We showed off a Beast Wars Transformer statue of Optimus Primal at our panel, which I will never watch the Beast Wars, but I know there's a lot of people out there who love it. But it's a really beautiful piece, and it might make me a Beast Wars fan.
That does happen to me. There are so many things that obviously I was interested in from my childhood, and I'm like, nah, I wasn't into that. And then all of a sudden I'm buying, whatever it may be, the G.I. Joe headquarters. I was into G.I. Joe, but that happens to me, and I'm like, oh man, I just started another collection.
Yeah, no, I would consider myself a Lord of the Rings fan, to a casual extent. But when the toys started coming out, I became like a super fan. I was collecting all the Toy Biz toys back when they were coming out in the 2000s. But now that we're getting back into it now, it's coming back to me, all the Lord of the Rings love that I had. I read the books, I watched the movies, but it's the toys that really get me when you have when you can play with Legolas and Gimli and stuff like that. It's you start to really feel the trilogy,
I love when that's the case. I love when it's the toys that bring you back to something, or that even start it in general, the Turtles were toys first, He-Man toys first, that's all the stuff that I love. That sparks the imagination. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, Power Rangers is another big one where it's all about the toys. One wouldn't exist without the other. You wouldn't have anything like that if it wasn't for somebody in Japan wanting to sell toys back when the first Sentai team was created back in the 1960s. And they're like, well, how can we sell toys? I know, let's make 3 of them. Let's give them all brightly colored costumes, and let's give them all cool vehicles and make them turn into a robot and stuff like that. And again, another show that I wasn't really into as a kid. It was maybe a little bit after my time, but man, now that we got toys coming out, I'm like, I want to collect some Power Rangers toys. I never really seen, when I see the Lightning collection out on shelves, I'm like, this makes me want to collect Power Ranger toys because I know nothing about the Power Rangers, but the action figures, the mini mates we're doing now, we're doing some busts. It might make me into a Power Rangers fan.
That's easy. That's easy to happen. It really is. That was the last toy line that I ever bought to play with. Growing up, that was like the end of getting that, for Christmas and stuff like that. I was not getting toys anymore. I was getting underpants, and I was furious. Like, really, Mom? Underpants now? Come on.
I love the dioramas.
Yeah.
The price point is awesome, and they really fill up like the IKEA shelves. A few years ago, when the Shazam movie came out, you guys released a few of them, and every time I walked into a store, I said, "Yeah, no, I need this." This is important.
Yeah, those are like the reaction to those has been really great. The funny thing is we've been making them for so long, but we were making them on like indie comic titles and our own original creations, these PVC dioramas that were like, $40 to $50. And then we started doing Batman the Animated Series, and then we started doing Marvel, and then it really just took off from there. The Marvel line's been really popular. We did some DC comic stuff for a little while. That was really cool. Hopefully we'll get back to DC again, but right now it's about Marvel and G.I. Joe. We're gonna do some Transformers, Lord of the Rings, and we got a pretty big license coming up. That's gonna be a pretty big deal.
Can we know what it is now? Can't tell us.
I can't tell you what it is. Hopefully we'll be announcing it soon. I don't know if we're gonna. I think we're looking to do something exclusive for San Diego next year. So I don't know if it's gonna get announced way in advance of that. But that may be our launch product, something for San Diego. So it's a little ways off.
Are you personally excited about that one? Like, I got it. Yes.
Yes, I am. It's a whole new level for us, I think, and it's definitely something that is different from what we've done before. So I'm pretty excited about it. And
I can't wait now.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. I'm excited.
Yes. Buckaroo Banzai. See, he guessed it. It's Buckaroo Banzai. That would be the ultimate toy line. Honestly, though, when I think of stuff that I would love to see toys made of, it would be Buckaroo Banzai.
That you know what? I think like it is adult collectors. They're always looking for a angle. You know what I mean? They're always looking for an angle to be like, well, this is a piece of art. I collect art, and that is, it's art. You know what I mean? And I think it's a more classy way than piling up all of your childhood toys behind you. That's awesome. That is really, I cannot wait. Oh, if there's a Batman animated series Joker. Hello, Bats. I can't wait for that one.
No,
wow.
That
awesome.
one's definitely coming back. We can definitely get a hold of one of those for you. No, the Joker one's a really nice piece. They did just knock that animated series stuff out of the park. The guy who sculpts those is Steve Varner of Varner Studios, and he sculpted all the original Ninja Turtles toys.
Oh, I was wondering where that name sounded so familiar from. Holy crap! That's the top of the mountain.
He's a legend in the industry, and he does a lot of our animated style stuff. He does what else does he do for us? He does oh gosh, I think he's going to be working on some of our gargoyle stuff as well. We're going to be doing some gargoyles too.
I have no artistic ability whatsoever. Like, I can't even draw, but to see, like, I always think whenever I see something like that, whenever I see a big, statue, whatever it may be, even a figure, if I hear the theme song in my head, I know it's good. If you look at that X-Men, Cyclops, Gambit, Tony Daniels. You know what I mean? Like, if you see that and you hear boom, that's it. It's a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel too.
Darkwing Duck theme song. That's a good one too.
Darkwing Duck. Oh, I cannot wait. I honestly can't wait. When are those coming out? When will that be?
Gosh, we showed off some 2D art. I think the sculpt is pretty much done, but I haven't seen a painted prototype yet. So that means it's probably like spring or summer, probably summer of next year. Yeah, so we'll probably solicit that early in 2022 and get the pre-orders going for that. And same with the gargoyle stuff too. We're gonna have some pre-orders for that as well.
That's a whole Disney afternoon situation.
Yeah,
Love it.
Disney afternoon, man. I grew up on that. Well, maybe not grew up. Maybe I should have been moving on by the time I was watching it, but I was watching it like crazy. Yeah. No, there's some other shows there. I'd love to do some Tailspin. I'm a big Tailspin guy.
Oh, is there something like? Is there a line that you hope that you get, or is there a line that you are just dying to do that you don't know if you ever get to do?
Gosh, I'd love to see them relaunch Cops. Cops was just the toys were great for their time, but if they actually did it like 6-inch scale, like they're doing now with Legends and what they're doing with the Power Rangers and stuff like that, that could be a really amazing line. I understand they can't really do stuff without some sort of entertainment tie-in. They have to relaunch the cartoon or something like that, which which I don't think they could probably do that in this day and age. You could probably launch a police cartoon, maybe. I don't know. We try to do stuff.
There's a new He-Man cartoon every week.
Yeah, 3. If we can support 3 He-Man cartoons, then we can probably support 1 Cops cartoon. Come on. But
I want them to bring back Rock and Wrestling, brother. Remember that cartoon where they were like superheroes? I loved it. That was my favorite.
It'd be cool to do something like that. There's a lot of companies doing wrestling stuff. It'd be cool to try something like that. It's tough. You got to have some sort of tie-in. You got to have an entertainment tie-in. We do a lot of stuff that's nostalgia based and doesn't. But we're selling to comic shops. We're selling to independent toy stores. If we wanted to get into like a mainstream, we've done some stuff at Walgreens. It was definitely entertainment, nostalgia driven, like Tron, like Bruce Lee. But to get into like a Target or a Walmart, you really got to have something on television.
Something to anchor it to.
Yeah.
Like, look, this is what you got. See, that is not how all of this happened. That is not how this happened. It's crap. And like, when they released the Turtle line, they were disappointed with the movie because of how like intense it was. Like, we wanted this, we're selling this to sell the toys. Now this movie is super, like, Shredder gets, spoiler alert, the movie's 40 years old, but Shredder gets crushed in a garbage truck.
Oh my God.
Serious. I just spoiled it for Dave. Zach, that was so much fun. Thanks, man. I cannot wait. You dropped a tiny little snippet, nothing much for us to grab onto, but man, are we excited about that. And what is cool about, like you said, Diamond Select Toys is toys for toy prices. It's nice to be able to afford something gorgeous that's not $9,000. You know what I mean? And that is awesome. Greatly appreciate you being on. I had a blast. I'll be picking my brain all night. Oh man, I wonder what they're going to release next.
Thank you for having me on, man. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to you again. Thanks, Zach.
For more information, visit toystoreguide.com.
All right, I got nothing else. Nick, do you have anything else?
No, my heart's
done
going
a
to
lot. We can cut up some good
thinking
stuff.
about what Zach said about the new line. Oh,
I know.
my God.
I still think it's Bucker Rabanzai.
Like, without getting specific, can you give us like category? Is it TV? Is it movie? Is it comic? Is it video game?
Hold on, I'll stop recording. Okay, we're not recording.
TV. It's TV.
All right.
TV.
All right, internet sleuths, get on this.
And it's not me.